Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of On the Mic with Mike. I'm your host, Mike Larkin, and joining me tonight is adult star and content creator, the amazing Miss Crystal Thayer. How are you, Crystal?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you?
You're very welcome. I'm good. I gotta say, first and foremost, looking at your body of work and looking just everything that you've done within your platform and within your work in itself, it's a lot of great work, very sensual, very hot, and it really showcases a lot of great imagery.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
very
you so
welcome.
much.
You're very welcome. It's so true. I think you can agree with me on this. I mean, with how the adult entertainment industry and porn as itself has evolved, it's really become it's not only just art form in itself, but it's really become something that really stands out to people. People are expanding their horizons, being more open. It's great to see everything really kind of coming to fruition.
Yes, I agree. It's kind of amazing. I mean, it's been a journey and there's been some ups and downs, but I mean, it's I'm very grateful for my job and the life it's brought me. So, yeah, the
Oh,
ability to express myself, in however way I want to.
I think it's
Yeah.
kind of like a thing when we're like going from our teenage years even into adulthood. I mean, we know what we like sexually, we know what we like, we kind of know what we're into. But I think as we get older, much in life in itself, we constantly grow, we constantly adapt, and you really get to try new things like a lot of people don't even realize. I mean, there's so much uniqueness, there's so much preference, and it's really letting people, dare I say, let their freak life fly, so to speak.
I agree. Yeah, 100%. It's like, you can break boundaries and kind of, do whatever you want. I feel like it's kind of made me feel free. So,
Well, it's
yeah.
kind of the importance of it too. I think I've always looked at the adult entertainment industry and porn as itself, like we mentioned, the art form realm. But I think a lot of people always have that misconception, like it's just, okay, they're having sex on camera. It's like, no, it's lighting. There's in front of the camera, behind the camera. You want to have everything you can to make that content. I mean, the content has evolved over the years from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, especially now in 2025. But I think a lot of people don't even realize like how much really goes into putting out said content.
Oh, absolutely. And then it's also like creating new ideas and then like for yourself, not feeling like it's just the same repetitive thing. So you kind of have to challenge yourself, which I enjoy that. I enjoy the performance aspect of it, but I also have enjoyed learning on how to create my own content and bringing different elements to my own platforms too, because I feel like the beginning of my career was so studio oriented. And so it's I don't know, you learn so much through the different elements and through the different tiers of like your career, like I feel like you just learn so much from everything, from performing to producing to running a business, like all of it.
I think a lot of people don't even realize like it's your brand, it's your business. This is what it's about. I mean, you have
Yeah.
OnlyFans, you have many vids, you have so many sites, but at the end of the day, it's very lucrative and you can make money off of it. And I think not only is that what everybody's looking to obtain to do and be creative with it as well, but I think in today's day and age, not only is sex work, but also at the same time too, it's something that I think a lot of people don't even realize how people can be very apprehensive towards it because you're putting your body and yourself as a being online, and some people can be apprehensive to it. Then there's some people who are very more open with it and just like, here it is, you know what I'm saying, showcasing their beauty within and out, so to speak. But yeah, I think a lot of people really get to see more of the layers of it too. It's a confidence thing and you just got to have it, man.
Absolutely. And then it also kind of like you have to have it and then it grows as time goes as you start to kind of figure out yourself more and everything. So
No, I agree with you. I think it's very interesting just to see, and what I always love about the layers too, like you talk about the creative process not being repetitive. I always gave you the example of, I'll put it like this, where we had Skinamax, so to speak, Cinemax back in the day, and you're watching
yeah.
it, taking it back to the old school for everybody.
I feel like I remember those channels when I was like too young to probably be watching them like late at night flicking through. Are you talking was they were like on like late at night, just on like cable? Is
Yeah.
that what you're talking about?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
I remember those channels.
Yeah, these were like for those that are too young to remember what Crystal and I are talking about. It was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning on like a Friday to Sunday night. They would have like
Yeah.
Cat House the series. They would have like all these different films, mostly with some of the same actors and actresses. and it's great. But also at the same time, too, you have to have a variety with everything. Like it's great to see said actors and actresses doing this stuff, but if it's kind of like the same stuff, it's just like, okay, I want to see something else. Just give me a variety. Variety is so key.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I got to say, with everything that goes into it for you, and I'll ask you how you got into the industry. I know you mentioned your beginnings and really the evolution of your journey, but was it something that you've always aspired to do and showcase that from the sensual side, or is it just something like how did you really get involved to like really progress towards that area?
I always wanted to be in front of the camera or on a stage or in front of people entertaining. That's like my passion. It's like whatever aspect or form of it. So that's really was it. I was before my transition, I was in the industry. It was a terrible experience. And so I was like, maybe it's not for me. And then I left. I was working a normal job and then I got back into it. I didn't realize the possibility of building a brand. And back then, I think the idea of becoming mainstream just seemed impossible because, I enjoy shooting porn, but I also enjoy performing, acting, anything, you know? So I didn't realize I think that in this time, you can do much more with this job than what you could used to. Now you can become an influencer. And then with that influencing, you can get a big following. And I think that you can break into more different things that's outside of the realm of porn or content creating or whatever, music, entertainment, acting. I'm seeing people do it, and I think it's amazing. And so I always just wanted to be in front of a camera. Um, so yeah, I never thought that I would stick with this job for as long as I have. I didn't think I would be as successful. So I think I just kind of taken the opportunities that were given to me and I just
Oh,
went with it.
absolutely. I think that's what you have to do. You have to really take it in and make the most of it. That's really enjoying the ride that is this thing that we call life. And I mean, I look at it from a stance like this. Not only are you doing it beautifully, but you also said to like that's really pivotal and everything. Like there's so many ways to take it in. Like you have like OnlyFans, you have ManyVids, you have a community. And I think a lot of people don't even realize like how big of that community is that we see at the AVNs, the expos, the exoticas. Like there's a fan base that's really growing and people are really starting to become in tune with what they like, and I think that's wonderful.
Absolutely. I agree.
And for you, we mentioned like those, like the expos, like the award shows. It's very much like the pageantry, like the Super Bowl, if you will, of porn, one of the grandest stage ever, like the Emmys, the Grammys, what have you. For you, how important is that just to see how much that's grown and you get to really see like the expos and the fans and all that?
I, you know, I kind of made a mistake, I think, in the beginning of the industry. I didn't realize how important the shows were. I kind of didn't care. I feel like I was doing this more for survival. And now that I have this brand and I have fans who have stuck with me for years, I now realize how the importance of it is. But I also think it's super important for everyone because it highlights one every category, and then you're giving the performers their flowers because I think that we don't get enough credit for what we do. We get it from our peers, but I think that when we can when we're nominated for something, it's such a good feeling because we feel like our work is being seen, by our fans, by the industry, by everyone. And so I think it's also important because it gives the new people a platform as well. It helps them. I don't know. I think it's super important. I didn't realize how important it was until now. And then it's like I think it's a great chance to meet your fans, which is we don't always get to do. Everything is through online or through OnlyFans. And so it's nice to have that interaction and to be able to sign and yeah, just to have the one-on-one interaction. I think just beyond the award shows, but the conventions, it's like good, you know.
I agree wholeheartedly on the fact that not only it being good, but the community that it brings in. But I mean, you mentioned the influencer side of things. I think it's really transcended among different careers. I mean, you look at OnlyFans, for example. Like we touched upon like this, the adult side of things, but you see women who have done UFC and MMA fights. A lot of them are using that platform. You see it on many different areas that OnlyFans can be used as a tool, not just for the sexual side, but maybe cosplaying, whatever. It's really something that a lot of people don't even realize. Yes, the sensuality is really there in that community as well, but there's something for everybody that people can really dive into, and I think that's a great market for it, and it's the expenditure is absolutely there.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't I just started going to the award shows probably like 2 years. My first one was XBiz in Miami, and then I went to the Trans Erotica Awards, and then like I haven't been to AVN yet. This will be my first AVN and my first like I think it's X3. Is that the show coming up in January? I think it's X3, but
Actually, yeah.
yeah.
But that's the
There's so
thing.
many.
No, you're totally fine. I think a lot of people don't even realize, like when we were touching upon exotic and stuff, there's so many conventions and the expansion is wonderful.
Hmm.
I think seeing women like yourself get into that, and I'll say this right now, looking at your films and looking at your body of work, I think it was Mariah Carey once sang that sweet, sweet fantasy baby, so to speak, back in the 90s. I think you're definitely fulfilling the fantasies from what we see on camera, but also at the same time, too, man, you can really tell that you love what you do, and a lot of those scenes really have come out great.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it because I don't. I always. I'm such a hard critic on myself, so I'm like imposter syndrome is a bitch. So I appreciate that.
No, you're very welcome. I mean,
Mhm.
you touched upon your transition earlier, and I mean, I look at it like this: like you touch upon many categories, and I'll say this right now: seeing your work and seeing many other performers, the trans category is absolutely one of the biggest categories ever. You see a lot of women doing their thing, so I got to give you guys even credit just because of the body of work that you all do, because it's absolutely wonderful to see.
Yeah, I think it's so awesome how much this side of the industry has blown up, and to see like m my fellow trans peers to have an opportunity. Especially with the OnlyFans and content creating, it's blown up and I've seen so many people, it's changed their lives and it's just it's good. It's good because there's also so many supportive people in this industry and especially like the trans side of the industry, all of the girls are so supportive towards each other. They're not competitive and we all just uplift each other and I think it's amazing. So yeah.
I think it's stuff like that too. Not only that, it doesn't touch my heart and showcase the admiration that I have for everyone really sticking together in a united, not divided society. I look at it like this, man. I mean, for women like yourself and women really getting out there, it showcases diversity, its uniqueness, its body positivity. And I think we need more of that because at the end of the day, too, you're all in the same realm. You're all looking to apply your craft. You're all looking to put out the best type of content to fulfill the fantasy. So, I mean, if we can really bring people together, that's the main thing, especially now in 2025.
I agree.
And I gotta say, first and foremost, man, you just put out a hot scene. If y'all have not checked out Crystal on Twitter, my goodness gracious, a great follow and something that really caught my eye, man. You'd put out something recently talking about the Christmas time of things, man. A nice little scene for the Christmas time, looking like the only best as you can look, man, for the Christmas time. Talk about
Of
it.
course, I have a lot of Christmas content
Yes.
coming, so yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta say, just talk about it, man. I mean, for the sample that we saw, I mean, that I gotta say, that's a holly jolly Christmas, Miss Crystal.
Do you mean just like today on my
Yes,
OF?
I just
Oh, okay.
yes.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I haven't shot in a while, and so like I didn't shoot a lot of Halloween content. I'm recently single, so I took a break, and now I'm catching up on all of my holiday content. But I love the holidays, so any excuse to dress slutty and like Mrs. Claus or like a little slutty elf, I'm going to do it. So. Yeah, but I mean, I have several videos, Christmas videos. I have a lot of Christmas content coming. So, I mean, if you're watching this, go check it out.
You absolutely should. And I mean, I look at it from a stance like this. I think a lot of people don't even realize, like, we always talk about cosplay and the different genres of porn that really make it. But I got to say, there's something about the holidays where you could just rock it from the Christmas side of things, Halloween. You get to dress up, be creative, be sexy. That's something that a lot of people are even get into in their own right because it really does paint the picture of great imagery. But once you see it on
Mhm.
video, it tantalizes and tantalizes, man.
I agree 100%. Yeah.
I've always equated it to like back in the 90s, like when Britney Spears first came out with Baby One More Time, and Britney Spears, pop culture
My
icon
God.
that she is. Yes. Like when she's dressing as the schoolgirl, that took over. And people are
I
like, oh,
know. It's like, what is this? It was
right.
like, no one's seen it before. My mom was like, "This is too inappropriate to watch." I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" This is iconic. But yes,
No,
it definitely like was the fantasy for sure.
oh, absolutely. And I mean, you've gotten to do a lot of great work with the likes of Adira, Lore, and so many people from the
Yeah,
photo type.
but she's so fun.
She's amazing. I have to put that into
I
the
know.
forefront. The chemistry
Mm,
is there, my friend.
she's so fun. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I shot with her for I think did I shoot with her for a studio? I think it was just OnlyFans, and then
Yes.
Jim Powers filmed it, and it was one of the best days I've had, and that's kind of one of that day was actually where I was like I used to go on set, and I used to be so nervous. I used to just, like, overthink everything, and I don't know, it was like I just, like, was so hard on myself, and I think just, like, disappointing getting on set and just like the possibility of not being able to fulfill my job. But then I went on set and Jim Powers, like we shot that all day with Jim Powers and it was just honestly the best day. And it was like, why am I so nervous on set? Like I think that was the turning point where I was like, I don't have to like look at like it's my job, but this industry is also like a family and I can make really great friends, have really great connections and also just have make really great content too. So that was a fun day. I will always remember that scene.
Well, I will say, as someone who has checked it out, and I'm sure y'all should too as well, because you definitely should. Very hot, very tantalizing. I loved it. Very good
It's
job.
my first time getting squirted on. So can I
Well,
say that?
yes, you can.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's why I was laughing because it definitely does. There's a little preview. It's very hot. It is
Yeah.
definitely very hot. Yes,
Some
ma'am.
like a lightsaber action going on.
Hmm. Stuff like that not only brings a smile to my face, but it definitely shows the creativity and fun aspect. And I mean, on the other side of the coin, I got to put this into fruition. We touched upon making the scenes and just making it so vibrant and really being transitioned on camera. I mean, for you, let's talk about it, man, because there's always been that debate, and I've always loved having this conversation with my guests. When you talk about the storytelling that goes into porn, and some people are just like, all right, let's go in there and fuck it. Like for you, how important is the storytelling aspect going into the scene as well? Because there's so many different variables about it.
I used to love a production. I used to love the scripts. I don't so much anymore. I'm like, I miss like Gonzo. I love just going in it and just banging it out. And it's not, I don't know. I love the sex part. And it's kind of sometimes like people assume that you're going into a scene, a studio scene, and you're just there for like an hour or two and you're like leaving. They don't realize that you're in hair and makeup for an hour to 2 hours. You do paperwork, you do photo shoots, and then you go over your script, you go over everything. You're on set for like 8 to 10 hours. And then the second is like the quickest part. And I'm a horny bitch. So I'm like, this was it. Like, no, I love Gonzo. It's a little less pressure. And I feel like I could perform better. I don't have to think of a script or, it's usually go with the flow. And like that's what I'm good at. I just like, I don't know.
No,
I mean, I love acting. It's just I think when I'm on set and especially if I'm into the person, I'm like, I just want to fuck. Like,
I respect that wholeheartedly. I mean, for me, and like I said, I've always been the one who I can take or leave both because I think they're awesome. But I like how you mentioned the Gonzo side because yes, that has that subtlety, intricacy, and nuances, much like storytelling. But if you're just going in there and having that raw passion and that overall desire to it, that's what makes the best authenticity, so to speak.
I do like I do like the scenes that are, it's like a script, but it's not overly complicated and it's like a beautiful set. I think everyone likes, like every girl likes that where it's just like an over the top beautiful set and you don't have to like focus too much on your lines, but I don't know. It's just nice. And then you look back at it, you're like, wow, that was gorgeous. Like I think I did one for Trans Angels that was like hot as ice or something. And it was just like a big ice room where I was like supposed to be in like I guess I don't know, somewhere in the Arctic. And so it was just so pretty. Just the lighting and everything, they did a really great job with it. So I guess I do sometimes like it when it's just really extravagant sets. It makes it more fun to act.
No, I'm right there with you. I think a lot of people love the immaculate side as well. There's a certain decorum and there's a certain poise that even goes into the adult entertainment world and porn scenes that I think a lot of people don't even realize. I was equated to look at like some of your favorite videos, like Chris Isaac back in the 90s with Wicked Game when they're on the beach and they have that sensual vibe to it. I mean, there's stuff like that that we see in videos, that we see in anything, but they're amplified with the sensuality. So I always compare it to that. Look at music videos, but amplified with more sexuality.
I agree. Yeah.
And I think that's
I
what a
mean,
lot of people need to realize. And I've always said this, what's once taboo is not taboo anymore. And I think people like you being in the industry, you definitely shed a bright light, number one. But number two, it definitely shows the vibrancy, man. And I dig it. I think that's really going to continue to go forward with you.
thank you. I hope so.
You're very
I
welcome.
hope so.
Well, I mean, I look at it like this. You can do like three ways. You could do whatever. And I think for you, the best are some of the stuff, whether you're role playing, whatever costume that you're in or whatever you're wearing, the style and aesthetic is so important. Like we mentioned, the sluttiness with the holidays that really gets to
Mhm.
show that and highlight it. But that's the main point. I think a lot of people don't even realize like the style and aesthetic of what someone's wearing, whether it's lingerie, what have you. You're going to articulate the even smallest things.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I'm kind of like all about the little details. I'm moving to Vegas in March and I kind of have the plans on building a team so I can actually bring a more of a production value to my site and stuff like that. Because I shoot a lot on my tripod or my phone and stuff like that. But I'm like always want to put more detail into my content and what I'm creating. So yeah.
It's stuff like that that really just showcases not only the craft that you're into, but also at the same time too. I really love the fact that when we get into the scenes like with your stuff or just those overall, I think you bring not only the sensual side to it, but there's like the little intricacies of just a look that really says something. You know what I'm saying? Like the looks of everything goes into it. It could be the smallest things from like whether it's an orgasm scene or what have you, like those really shine. And I think for you, it definitely does shine with what you're doing and your passion. I think that really does show within the films. I have to put that over because it's even stuff like that that really is definitely satisfying to one's eye.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think for you as well, and I always love asking this question about the adult entertainment industry and for your body of work that you worked with so many great people and so many great people that really enhance you and really have the great chemistry that you have with them. If you had to give advice to anyone who wants to get into the adult entertainment industry, what advice would you give them? And also, what are some of the things you're grateful for thus far within your tenure in your career?
Advice. Don't give up because there's going to be times where you want to or you feel like you're not good enough. And you have to kind of push that little voice aside and just stick through it because there's been so many times where I felt like either I wasn't good enough or I wanted to give up or like, what am I doing? You have to fight that. And then you have to also ask yourself, like, what is your goal? Like, what is your end goal with all of this? Because they feel like not everyone knows what they want to do. You know what I mean? They don't have a plan, they don't have a path. I think that that is like the most important thing, especially when you're young, because I mean, I've been like, I don't know, I started my first like shoot on the trans side of things with Groupie in like I think 2017
Mhm.
or something. And I just I did not know what I was gonna do. I had no plan. And then and now I'm kind of starting to formulate one. But I think if you come into this industry and you have a plan, it helps you with your money. It helps you with like, because that's also a thing is people don't know where to put their money and like all of that. We make a lot of money and I feel like you can blow it. So my advice is like very business, like invest your money and like be smart with it, but also just like don't give up and don't compare yourself too hard to other people in terms of like what they're doing. Or it's good to take ideas and like get motivated, but I think that sometimes it's if you're comparing yourself to other people super hard and you're going to have this thing where you also feel like you're not good enough too. So I think it's important to keep a level head in this industry. And then what was the other question?
Yep. I'll ask the question, no worries. What are some of the things besides giving advice, like we mentioned, but what are some of the things thus far within your career that you're really grateful for?
Oh my God. Almost everything. I mean, when I started, I was homeless. I just moved to South Florida with a suitcase and I lived in a conservative town in Northeast Florida and I couldn't afford my transition. I had no place to live and Groovy started giving me shoots. I'm grateful for the financial gain that it's given me. It saved my life. It's housed me. It's given me fans. It's given me amazing friends. Like my best friend, I wouldn't have met my best friend if I didn't join this industry, who I've been best friends with since 2020. And now her husband is like part of my like team. I've formulated the best social group, the best friends, like a family. I mean, I've made a family in this industry, so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the traveling opportunities that I probably would have not ever experienced if I didn't have this. I'm grateful for so much. All of the fans who buy my content, who pay my bills, who jerk off to me, like, and who have also stuck with me throughout all of the years because I think some people blow up overnight and then some people work their asses off and then they finally, they're getting noticed. And I feel like I'm someone who I feel like I've worked my ass off and I don't realize how big of a brand that I have made. And so I'm grateful for the people who help me open my eyes and make me realize what I've accomplished because sometimes I'm very hard on myself and I'm like, wow, I don't think I'm as that great, but like so
First of all, that was beautifully and eloquently and honestly said. That was an amazing answer. And number two, I will say,
thank you. I was like it felt like it was messy, but
no, you're very
yeah,
welcome.
thank you.
I'll be honest, as someone who likes to talk a lot, I'm really someone who's like that too. I always said this, and I think you can agree with me on this. I think in life, we're all here to exist to inspire, but also at the same time, too, for those who are hard on themselves, I am guilty of that as well, and I'm sure the listeners are as well. I think people just need to realize it doesn't matter where you start, it's where you keep going and where you head on your journey, because it never
Yeah.
stops. You constantly learn, you constantly adapt, you constantly grow, but I don't think people realize like the impact you can have on someone's life. So if you can touch another human being and you can absolutely gravitate towards them and relate to them, I think you're golden in that aspect.
Yeah. That's for me, that's like one of the ultimate goals. So
Absolutely. And I think you definitely will continue to exist to inspire Miss Crystal Thayer because you're doing an
thank you.
amazing job. You're very welcome. But stuff like that too, man. I mean, I think a lot of people in the adult entertainment industry, it has its ups, it has its downs. But when you find the right people and you surround yourself with the right people, it's wonderful, man. It's a hell of a ride and it's definitely worth taking.
100%.
And I will say this, my friend, with the ride that you give us, whether your content, whatever you're wearing, whether you're in some lingerie, whether you're in some dresses, man, you style to profile, and you definitely look good doing it. I
Thank you.
welcome. No, it's stuff like that that really sticks. And I'll even ask you on that side of thing because when you look at the lingerie side of things, there's so much to get into. There's so much loving. Like, what is some of like your favorite lingeries, man? Because you can rock the Santa stuff. You can
Oh,
anyway. Go ahead, hit me.
Honey Burdette all the way. I love anything strappy and bondage. It's just so expensive because you like buy one set and you're using it for like two or three different things, and you're like, oh, I can't use this for a year. But I like anything strappy and bondagey that looks like, like I don't know, they have like they can put like a chain on me or whatever. Like I like lacy, garters. I don't know, like just the typical slutty lingerie.
I like your style. It's kind of like Regina George, where she's dressing up in like Mean Girls and stuff like that. Hey,
Of course. I mean, the blondes. Yeah.
and I will say this: I love Rachel McAdams as an actress, but that is still such an iconic role. My goodness gracious,
Oh
man!
my God. I
Right?
love it. I love the original. I love the Broadway show. That's another thing. I was a Broadway, or I was a musical theater kid. So I'm like, that was like my aspect of I'm over the top of anything. So even in my content, sometimes I can be a little over the top. But I mean, like Mean Girls. Oh my God, that role is just amazing. I would love to play her, Regina George.
Has there ever been? Because I mean, there's first of all, I got to give a shout out to Broadway number nonetheless, because I can see that. I mean, first of all, that's a great transition with entertainment, and especially in adult entertainment, you have to have those looks. So that definitely works into your favor with what you do. Much love. You're welcome. But yo, like, I think somebody needs to put that into the forefront. If there's never been a Mean Girls porn parody, there
I
we
was
go.
gonna say that. I feel like there has been. There has to have been. And if not, then maybe I need to get to it because
Definitely, I definitely check it out. No, I'm right there with you. I definitely check it out if you did your thing with that. But you know what's funny too? There was actually a porn parody I came across like years ago, but it's also kind of like it relates to the television show in itself. Like they actually did a Jersey Shore porn parody because it was,
Oh, that's hilarious.
which is hilarious. But at the same time too, we're kind of already knowing what's going on the TV show where we're seeing this.
Yeah, it's just like them not uncensoring the smush room. It's literally what should be like what happens in the smush room. Like,
You're reading my mind because I'm watching this. I'm like, this is legit what the smush room is, but it's uncensored.
yeah. Everyone needs to be spray tanned and with like the poofs. That would be hilarious, honestly.
Oh yeah, there's been so many. I think they even came across one years ago. They did one for the Golden Girls, which I was not shocked. So there was a Golden Girls one. I think there was one for the Brady Bunch. So they kind of like hit all the major sitcoms over the
I
years.
know. I'm sure. I should go down and like watch them all.
I think the best
Find
one,
them.
yes, I think the best one I ever came across, like we were mentioning Skinamax earlier. I don't know if you remember it, but I'm sure if the audience remembers this, Spider Babe, which was the porn parody of Spider Man. Do you remember Spider Babe?
No.
Okay, so it stars, I forgot the female actress's name. For those who've never seen it, it's the female actress acting like Peter Parker, like Tobey Maguire was in Spider Man. So she gets bit, and then she turns into Spider Babe. And then after she helps, whether it be the male or the female, turns into these hot, sensual sex scenes. So you have sex with Spider Babe. So it's
Okay.
so it's like Spider-Man, but picture like the scene where Tobey Maguire is kissing Kirsten Dunst, that infamous rain scene, but like more uncensored.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I've seen a Wizard of Oz one like years ago, and it was really weird, but
See, you
it's
bring
very strange.
you know what it is too, yes, and I mean Judy Garland in the 30s with the Wizard of Oz, but no, it's kind of weird just to think because it's a depiction of something that happened in the 30s, and you got the Scarecrow and you got all this stuff. I get it. I can see the weirdness to it,
And
but I
it's
mean,
like a kids movie too.
yes.
Like
Oh,
it's like ruining my childhood. Like wow.
oh God, I think the one that kind of like ruined my childhood, and I'll throw this out to everybody. You know, they actually did a Full House porn parody years ago.
No, they didn't.
Yes, it was called Full
Wow.
House, and I'm like, you're kind of ruining my childhood here. Like Full Holes, like no, you can't do that. Come on.
I need to like find out who directs these.
But I mean, the weird stuff aside in the porn parodies, everything that you see in life, folks, is an art form, and this one certainly applies her craft in amazing fashion. And I can't wait to see more of Miss Crystal Thayer. Before
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Before we close this thing out, number one, it's been great to talk to you. Number two, you're such a vibrant and lovely human being. And number three, I'd love to have you back on for round two. This has been a blast.
Yeah, I would love to be back. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, of course. I mean, I love what I do and I love giving people the platform to tell their stories. And for you, you're all over social media. We're seeing you do your thing. Where can we follow you?
You can follow my Instagram at Crystal Fair Official. You can follow my OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/xcrystalfairx. Or you can follow my ex at xcrystalfairx. I
The
think that's all of them.
The links will be in the description so you can check out Crystal, whether she's just rocking anything, just dress lingerie like we mentioned, or just doing great scenes that really showcase the sensuality and, dare I say, the hotness that brings any scene. You definitely should go out of your way and check it out because they are definitely high quality and they're definitely banging and, dare I say, bitching, man, because they're definitely rocking it, man. I got to give you kudos once more on that front. And as I
Appreciate it.
always, you're very welcome. And as I always say to end each and every one of these shows, life's an art form. We're all applying our crafts. Continue to apply your craft in amazing fashion and paint your canvases, even if you will, man. You could be like Bob Ross, but to like a slutty extent. There you go. It's a little joy painting reference, like
Yes.
painting your canvas. Yes. And for you,
Yeah.
Miss Crystal Thayer, do you have any final words to the fans, to the peeps before we close this thing out?
I just want to say thank you to everyone. I hope to see everyone who will be at AVN and XBiz. And yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. And as I always say to end this show, folks, it's not just my mindset. It's something that I truly believe and is definitely true within factual statements here. Beauty, strength, and dominance, the three key elements that make women the work of art that they are. And Miss Crystal Thayer, I include you in those sentiments. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Mwah. Bye.